Welcome to a really quick walkthrough of the student perspective of SchoolSpace. So when students go to access their worlds, they'll click on a link that will force them to log in with their single sign-on credentials. And from there, they'll see a list of any worlds that they have available to them. And when they click on those, they'll land on a page that looks like this. And this is what we call the welcome modal. So from here, they'll see their name that's already been pre-populated, and they will not be able to edit it. It will most likely be their first name, last initial. They can, however, choose an avatar of their choice and an avatar color. They can also select their video and audio inputs here. They need to change them. And they have the option to blur their background if they would like by toggling on this button here. They can also choose to have their video on or off before entering the world by clicking these buttons here. And then when they're ready, they can click Enter World. Mine currently says I'm signed in as Pink Hornet. This is a platform-generated username since I'm not connected to a single sign-on, and this is a test account. But your students will most likely see a first name, last initial, and some numbers. So once students click Enter World, they'll drop into your SchoolSpace. And from here, they can move around using their mouse by clicking, or they can use the arrows on their keyboard, either way. If they click on their avatar, it'll open this expressions panel, and you can extend it with these arrows here. You can also press E on the keyboard to access this panel. And from here, you can throw these different emotes, you can dance, you can sit down, and you can enter what we call fast mode. And different avatars have a different version of fast mode, but it allows you to move around the world a little faster. Anything that gives you this pointing finger lets you know it's a clickable item. So here's an example. We have, Science Day is planned for August 30th, and whoever has edit access at your school can edit different assets, and we'll cover that in another video. So if I see another student, so here I've got Emily, and Emily has a star next to her name, which lets me know that Emily is an administrator. So every administrator, when they log into the zone for the first time, will be granted this administrator access. So I know as a student, because Emily has a star here, Emily is a teacher, and teachers are also able to change their name. So if Emily didn't want to be Emily R, if she wanted to be Miss Richardson, she could put that in as her name. So as I go over to Emily, you'll see that our videos connect, but I have what we call audio mode turned on. So if I wanted to exit this mode, I could go over on this left side panel and hit this video settings button and change to a different one. This is the default view. So the very first time you log into the zone, this is how your videos will appear, but this is how you can change it. So if Emily was presenting and I wanted to see her screen a little bigger, I could enter this presentation mode and see it full screen. You also have audio mode, which is what I was in the first time, that lets me see a lot more of the world and less of the video tiles. Sometimes when you have 9 video tiles, because you can connect up to 9 people at once, so technically 10 video tiles, it kind of takes up a lot of space. So if you didn't want to see all those video tiles, you can enter this audio mode here. We also have a low bandwidth mode. If any students are having internet issues, this would be the recommended setting because it forces everyone into that audio mode and camera off for you to preserve that internet access. I also have the option to update my video and audio inputs again here and turn on the blur my background. Under messages, if messages are available to me, this is a setting that's available to be changed on a school by school basis or world by world basis. I can chat here in this Everyone in World channel, which is basically a global chat. Anyone who is present inside the world at the time that I send the message will see it here, and I can access my direct messages here. And I can start a new one by clicking this button here. The Social Hub shows me a list of everybody who's currently inside the world, so I can see that Emily's here and I can walk to her by clicking this button or send her a message. Also under the Social Hub is my friends list, so if I have any friend requests, I'll see them here, and then I'll see my full list of friends here. If I want to send a friend request to Emily, all I have to do is click on her nameplate, and I can send her friend requests. And I can also send her a message from here because we're connected. Students have the ability to report other students. So if a student is bothering them, they can click this report user button, select a reason from the drop down, and give some additional information. And when they click submit report, that report is going to go directly into your internal messaging system and into a designated channel, and then whoever is in that channel can see that report and respond to it. Students will also see an additional option here. So Emily's an administrator, so I can't take this action against Emily, but students will see an additional option right here that says block user. And if I were to block Emily, if Emily was a student, then I would no longer see Emily's video, I would no longer be able to hear Emily, and I would not be able to receive messages from Emily. I would still, however, see her avatar in the world. So those are the two actions that students can take on their own. So they can block other students and they can report other students. Another option in this toolbar here is going to be this world, which will show them a summary of some of the things that are available. I populated a few landmark zones as an example. So from here, I can walk directly to the auditorium or to the art room. I can also see if there are any events coming up and access the world map, which is not currently populated, but if we had a world map, it would show here. And then finally, there's a button down here with frequently asked questions and some answers. So if I have some questions on how I can talk to others, it will cover a lot of the basics. And that is the student view. When I'm ready to leave, all I have to do is close the tab